And then after she got into that, she kind of got into the cell memory about people with old souls, which I've always questioned myself, because I've always wondered, like, why do I prefer potatoes over, spaghetti, or, is that imprinted in our DNA? Because I found out for my whole life I thought I was Irish, and I turned out I'm actually 52% Scottish. And I wondered, does that affect you? Is that imprinted in your thing, like what you like and what temperatures, your body prefers and all that stuff. And then she got into kind of like unnatural fears and past lives and deja vu and things that you have and soulmates. I mean, how many times that Bob and I have been on the same thing? I mean, we even had this weekend. I went to this thing and I ran across these. I've never even heard of them. I mean, as a paranormal, I feel kind of silly, but I'd never heard of people using those little light-up cat balls as a trigger to see if anything comes around during paranormal investigations. And so I was like, oh, and this guy had a couple, so I bought one for me and one for Bob, and they each came with like a little stand. So I get home, and no joke, the man had bought 6 of these cat balls like 4 days prior to me bringing these home. No idea. I never heard him say he was going to do it. Never even heard of these things. And what are the chances of me bringing them home on the same night? I mean, crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I reel it back, even though I'm not doing movies. She also talked about children who remember past lives, which, that can kind of prove the idea of reincarnation. I mean, these kids, and I know that the boys have talked about it before, that these kids have knowledge, of things that they shouldn't, or have no idea, like I burned in a fire, or, back in the 1920s, and just crazy stuff like that. And she also kind of touched on past life regression.